Hello, teacher and my old friends. This is Mustafa Kamal. Currently, I am doing international commercial law at University of Westminster. Today, I will present a very interesting topic on bank and customer relationship. This is a great opportunity to present on this platform. That is why I want to thank to my professor Awanis. So let's start with agenda. So today's agenda is introduction. What is a bank? Who is a customer? The bank-customer relationship. What are the duties of bank? And finally, I will discuss on conclusions. So at the beginning, I will discuss about introduction. Banking is a term used to describe a very wide range of activities. This presentation deals with the definition of bank and customer and bank relationship with its customers. A relationship which is often very different in nature from what might be expected from those who have had a relationship with the bank as consumers. So now I will discuss about the first agenda. What is a bank? Well, there is no statutory definition of a bank, banker, or banking business. The emphasis is on a wide range of regulated activities, many of which will be undertaken by banks to some degree or other. This is a deliberate omission, which reflects the variety and complexity of banking businesses. Certainly, for any sort of regulatory purpose, a general definition would not be helpful or easily arrived at. By comparison, the common law has sought to arrive at what can be regarded at least as a working definition of what amounts to a bank. Another point of bank is the common law definition is important because a contract with a bank or banker carries with it at common laws certain implied terms and concepts such as the banker's lien and the banker's right of set-off, which necessitate a definition of what amounts to a bank and a banker. So the final definition of the bank is the leading authority on how a bank is defined at common law is the decision of the Court of Appeal in United Dominions Trust versus Kirkwood 1966. In this case, we found that this case concerned whether or not the claimant, which was an established finance house, was bona fide carrying on the business of banking under the Moneylenders Act 1900. So now I will discuss on another agenda, which is who is a customer. So let's begin with the point number one. It's important, therefore, to understand who is a customer, as it doesn't owe the same duties to someone who is not a customer or is merely a casual user of its services. For example, someone who uses one of its cash machines for convenience or historically, someone who might have used it to cash a check. Well, the another point regarding customer is anyone who has an account with a bank is a customer of that bank and will become a customer from the amount an account is opened. It is said in the leading case Ladbrokes and Company versus Todd, 1914. So I would like to discuss another point of the customer definition, which is it is not material that there may only have been one transaction on the account or that the overall level of activities law, which is said in the leading case Taxation Commissioners versus English, Scottish and Australian Bank 1920. So the final definition of the customer is said in the Woods versus Martin Banks Limited 1959. It has been held that where a bank had accepted an instruction to receive money from a building society, the banker-customer relationship existed from the point in time when the instruction was accepted, even though that was a period to the opening of an account, as nonetheless the bank had accepted the claimant as a customer. So now in this slide, I will discuss about the important agenda, which is the bank-customer relationship. Well, the relationship between a bank and its customer is a contractual one, under which the customer is a creditor of the bank. When money is paid into the bank, it becomes the money of the bank. It is not that of the customer, and a customer cannot therefore say accurately that they have money in the bank. The bank is indebted to the customer, and the customer has a personal, not a real, actually, right to demand repayment of the debt in whole or part. So another key point of bank-customer relationship is that bank's duty to honor the customer's mandate. So what it is? Well, the judgment in Joachimson set out that it is the duty of the bank to repay any part of the amount due against the written order of the customer address to the bank at the branch. This requirement that the bank may effectively repay its debt to the customer or to a third party as ordered by the customer is what is known as the customer's mandate. So now we will discuss about the last agenda of our presentation, which is what are the duties of bank. It is the very crucial point of this presentation too. So the first point of this bank's duty of care is at common law under section 13 of the Supply of Goods and Services Act 1982. The bank is under a duty to exercise reasonable skill and care in carrying out its contractual obligation. Another key point is discussed in the leading case, which is Henderson versus Marriage Syndicates in 1995, which is said that the bank may also be liable in tort for a failure to reach this standard. So another key point of the duties of bank is fiduciary duty. So what is it? It is, as we have seen, the banker-customer relationship is not a fiduciary one in terms of the taking of deposits and making of payments. It cannot be, as this is incompatible with the business model on which a bank operates. However, it is said in the one important case or leading case, which is Woods and Martin's Bank in 1959, that the functions of a bank range well behind this, and a bank may act in a fiduciary capacity when it acts as financial advisor. It also said that as trustee or as agent, as these are relationships of a fiduciary nature. So another exceptional has also been discussed in the bank's fiduciary duty, which is there may also be a fiduciary relationship as a result of a long-standing and special relationship between bank and customer. It has been said in the Lloyds Bank Limited versus Bundy in 1975. It is also said that it is not accepted on appeal. This is the interesting point, although such instances are likely to be exceptionally rare. So, finally, I would like to discuss about the conclusion that it can be said that there has been many relationships between customer and bank, and law allow both of them by follow each other duty and obligation to each other. So it was a great, finally, I would like to say, it was a great opportunity for me to describe the banks and customer relationship in this presentation. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I am always prepared to answer all of your questions accordingly. Thank you for hearing me. Mr. President.